So, did you ever wonder why the American colonists felt like they could rebel against the king? And the way that it's represented to us is that they didn't like the idea of taxation without representation. But the reality is that the King of England required that the colonists pay for the goods that they needed from Britain with British money, which was gold or silver coin. And there's never enough gold or silver coin in order for the colonists to be able to do all the things that they're capable of doing. So Benjamin Franklin wrote a treatise called The Utility and Necessity of a Paper Currency in 1730. And all the colonies, within a very short time, adopted the idea of issuing a paper currency called Colonial Scrip. And each one of those colonies did it a little bit differently. In Pennsylvania, where Benjamin Franklin was more or less in charge, it was as a loan at 5% for whatever it was that you wanted to do. They would give you a charter to do it, to buy the land, to farm, to build a mill, to build a bridge, to do whatever infrastructure you wanted to do, to build the granary or the smith shop or the wheelwright or the what have you, whatever it was, you could get the money that you needed in order to do it. And there was an evaluation of whether you had done what they lent you the money to do, and the 5% funded the government. So the American people experienced themselves as having created America. And if you go to colonial America, like Colonial Williamsburg or any of these places from colonial times, you'll see how well everything was done. Guess what? There was no shortage of money. As long as there's no shortage of money, there's no artificial scarcity. It was the no artificial scarcity, the fact that the colonists were able to issue the money, that enabled them to create the America that the king banned colonial scrip. As a result, there was a shortage of money, there was a depression, and everybody was angry at the king. And that's what Benjamin Franklin says was the real cause of the American Revolution. Americans created the America that they were fighting the King of England to preserve. And guess what happened? Alexander Hamilton created the Bank of the United States on the model of the Bank of England, where the government gives the bank permission to create the money, not directly, not like the Continental, not like colonial scrip, but as a debt to itself. And the whole thing is obfuscated, so right from the get-go, we've been subject to the banking deception. And I can talk more about the banking deception in the next session.